Hello and welcome to AutoX. You find me in the studio with the new TVS SmartXonnect S20X. Well, if you are a motorcycle enthusiast and you like to travel, well, you are probably looking at a motorcycle communication device for yourself, for your pillion and for your friends as well. Well, today we're going to be unboxing the S20X motorcycle communication device. We're going to be installing it on my helmet, and I've also been using it to bring you a long-term perspective. So let's start. So in the box, as soon as you open it up, it's a pretty quirky picture of Leh Ladakh, and you see the main device, the mic, the speakers. And your first impression will be really good because these are really high quality parts. TVS Motor is actually the first manufacturer to bring out a motorcycle communication device for its customers. As you can see, it's a pretty solid, chunky looking motorcycle communication device. As soon as you open it up, you get the cutouts for the speakers, the charging cable. Then you also get a mount with a sticky tape. This is not permanent and not the best solution, and as such you also get, and this is a proper clamp made of metal which you can fasten and undo with an Allen clamp. So now that you know what's in the box, let's get started. Alright, now first to assemble the motorcycle communication device, I need to put in the speakers, and this is what I'm going to be inserting in the speaker cutouts of my helmet. Now in order to get to that, you have to pull out all the liner. So as you can see, these are the speaker cutouts which will be there on most of the helmets. It's pretty universal compatibility, so most of helmets will have these sort of speaker cutouts. And undo this. This is what is supposed to go in this so that it locks into place. Now pull the sticker out. Pull the other side out. So now that you saw that I fitted the Velcro inside the speaker cutouts, this is where the speaker goes. The back of the speakers is made of Velcro material as well. It sticks on just like that. And eventually you have to sort out the placement for the mic. And for me, because I have a full face helmet, I've gone for this sort of position. This has a double-sided Velcro tape as well, in which I'm going to stick on right here. This will be attached somewhere here, if you can see the vision. So this does take a bit of fiddling, but I found my way around how to get the best length of the wires, and I think, yeah, that looks pretty cool. Now it's time to get the clamps on. Alright, now that I've gotten the mount on the helmet, let me install this. Now remember, when you do put it on, you have to wait for a click, otherwise it hasn't gone properly. Yes, that looks good. And this is the wire which leads to it. That looks good as well. And here is the mic, so I can put my chin curtain also back on. So it's all done, it's ready. Let me put the helmet back on. not too bad. I need to get used to this slightly, but yeah, that's how it looks. Now all I need to do is connect it to the TVS SmartXonnect app and let's see how it functions. So now that everything is installed, how you turn it on is just by long pressing the... She's saying something! She's saying something! Okay, boot up test. We're good to go. Now it's time to connect. So, welcome back to the autoX headquarters. As you can see from my face, it's been a while since I filmed that PTC, and previously I showed you what you get in the box and how to install the SmartXonnect unit. Now, it has been 2 months since I've used the SmartXonnect S20X, and I've used it through various conditions, whether it be heat, rain or dusty conditions. The SmartXonnect S20X unit has held up pretty well and it has not caused me any problems whatsoever. So with that, let's move to the performance. Now, the unit itself feels chunky, the controls are well placed and they are easy to use. Now, I have been using this on an everyday basis with my Triumph Trident 660 and it is a fast bike in its own right. I've used the motorcycle comm unit up to speeds of 150 kilometers per hour and with just a hint of wind buffeting. However, with a more sealed helmet, you can get less of the wind buffeting and the voice clarity will be even better. Now, as I showed you previously, the device itself can be easily installed and it's a universal fit for all helmets as long as you have cutouts for the speakers in your helmet. At the same time, if you don't, you can also cut out and you can make a custom housing for the speakers on the side. The next bit that impressed me a lot after it was installed and connected was the audio quality. The speakers deliver loud and clear sounds even in windy conditions, which is particularly impressive. And the microphone too performs well in windy conditions, effectively picking up your voice quite clearly. So what that means is you no longer have to miss any important phone call while you're out riding from your girlfriend, from your office, from your family members, whoever it may be. Now, I've also been constantly asking my friends and family while talking to them on the intercom system whether they can guess I'm on the bike or at the office, and the 90% of the replies are constantly in office maybe. That I feel speaks volumes, no pun intended, about the device's ability to drown out wind noise and deliver clear speech to whoever is on the other side of that phone call. Now, the intercom system, which is powered by JBL mind you, I feel delivers exceptional performance. As I mentioned, they do deliver crystal clear sound and they are sure to be a hit amongst music lovers. Now personally, I am a fan of old school rock and hip hop and these speakers seem to perfectly suit my taste. However, one caveat here is that you do have to get the speaker position just right to be able to enjoy the best from it. Now, as I showed you previously, while installing the device on my helmet, you do get 2 sets of spacers in order to get the fit just right. Apart from the audio quality, the device's easy to operate buttons are a delight to use. They are well spaced out, they're easy to press, and they efficiently serve the purpose that they're meant for. Now, another interesting touch with the SmartXonnect S20X is the audio wave technology. Now, this helps you easily navigate between music and talking to your friends, which can be quite a help. Now, of course, this device is not without its flaws and you have to deal with them. The first and foremost is that there is no adjustment for your ringtone. So if you're out riding, not expecting any phone calls, and you do happen to get a call from someone, that will blast straight into your ear and can catch you off guard at times. Another one is about the volume adjustment mechanism. The buttons have to be pressed long and hard in order to get the right adjustment for your volume, and that can get a bit cumbersome at times as well. However, the controls are easy to find and easy to use even with gloves on, and that's a pretty good thing. Another impressive aspect is the longish battery hours. I was able to get 8 to 8.5 hours of use on single charge. However, this usage time on a single charge is on a constant use basis, which means if I've left the device unused, it will tend to lose its battery even faster. Now, as I mentioned, I'd used it through heat, rain and dusty conditions, and why I trusted its ability is because the device is IP67 rated. That means you can put it through rain and dusty conditions quite easily without damaging the product. The day I started trusting its reliability was on a very hot day, which was followed by rain. Now the constant sweat in the helmet and the rain on the outside I felt was a good test for the S20X, and I felt I really put it through its paces on that day. Till now, it continues to function well, has no problems in terms of the buttons being pressed, in terms of the software, in terms of any sort of mechanical failure. It just works. Now, another feature which will come in handy for those who prefer group rides over going solo is the fact that the SmartXonnect S20X gets the ride grid mesh intercom system, and this is the main difference between the S10X and the S20X. While the S10X has to make do with just the Bluetooth interlinking system, the S20X gets a mesh communication system. This nifty features allows up to 20 riders to connect with each other using the mesh grid communication system, and this also negates the headache of the whole chain breaking down if one rider falls out of the group. Now, when we talk about the S10X and the Bluetooth interlinking system, the leader of the riding group will utilize his smartphone to connect to the closest rider to him through Bluetooth and form a chain in that aspect, and the second rider will form a chain with the rider closest to him, and this way all riders in the group form a linear communication grid. However, when you use the S20X and the mesh grid system, each rider has the ability to be interlinked to each rider in the group rather than being chained together in a linear fashion. This means that each rider in the group has their own direct connection with other riders in the group, and that is a more secure connection compared to the Bluetooth interlinking system. This thread will continue to grow as long as other riders join the group and have their own mesh grid communication system and have previously been connected to the mesh system. So there is no need to stop and to establish connection with each rider all over again, negating the complicated interlinking process. Overall, I was pretty happily surprised with the functioning and the features that the SmartXonnect S20X has to offer. It is easy to set up, easy to use, has well-placed controls, good audio quality, and decent battery life. This, I feel, makes it a reliable and valuable motorcycle communication device. However, it does have its fair share of niggles, which include the not so best quality, the confusing to set up mesh grid intercom system, the volume adjustment mechanism, and the price, which I feel is still on the higher side of what people in this country are ready to afford. However, despite these issues, it still offers good value for money. My time spent with the S20X has been pretty nice, and I really like the convenience and the features that the SmartXonnect S20X has to offer. If you have to ask me, I would skip the S10X and go for the S20X if you are one who does a lot of group rides and don't want the hassle of setting up the Bluetooth interlinking system at every 100 km mark. The mesh grid system, once you have it connected, is quite a convenient and easy feature. So with that, we come to the end of our long-term review of the SmartXonnect S20X. I've really enjoyed my time with the S20X, and I'm pretty much hooked onto motorcycle intercom systems. It is easy to use, it is convenient, and it just makes life much better. Whether you want to listen to music, make phone calls, receive calls, anything, all of that becomes much easier while riding the motorcycle. Now, you guys tell us in the comment section down below, what do you think of the SmartXonnect S20X, and if you'd pick the S20 over the S10X. My name is Karan Mathur. Hope you like this video. I'll see you guys real soon.